Hello everyone, this is your admin Julian. Today I'd like to talk about something that I read about called sensory neurites. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but sensory neurites are basically like cells that are in your heart that are also in your brain. They feel and remember every experience, or when you have any experience. Excuse me, like when you have any experience, uh, be it talking to someone or passing someone or any memory that stays in your head, it also stays in your heart. Anything that you experience, not only is it in your head, but it's also in your heart. So say you have a traumatic event or any kind of trauma, and it stays both in your head and in your heart. So when you talk about it, or when you try to heal from it or talk about it so that you can cope, get through it, it feels incomplete. But that's because you've only addressed your brain. You haven't addressed your heart. That's basically what I want to talk about, is remembering that when we are trying to heal, when we are trying to get through something, I don't want to say through something, because when you get through something, it's like it's done and over. But every experience that we have, we don't completely get through it. It stays with us. The wisdom in that event stays with us. So I don't want to say get through, but when we try to cope, manage, we need to remember that it's not just in our brains. When we talk about it, we have to heal our hearts as well. We need to feel that we're being heard, or we need to feel that we're getting closure. And it's not something that we only think about, it's something that we also feel. Excuse me. Our excuse me. We are familiar with certain things, bad things in our lives, the majority of us. So what we are not familiar with, our hearts and our head, again, the majority of us, is what we aren't familiar with is love and compassion. And so when we try to give ourselves that love and compassion, when we try to accept that love, because sometimes we don't accept that because we feel like we don't deserve it, but it's only things that we've heard or that we've been told before. But when you accept that love and compassion, you feel it in your heart as well as brain. And this is how you heal. But again, it's not just something in your head, it's also in your heart. And I believe that your heart is stronger than your brain, because you love who you love, and you feel how you feel, and you act on that emotion, but that emotion doesn't come from your brain. That emotion comes from your heart. So I believe that the heart is stronger than your brain, from the brain. I'm rambling. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, don't forget that when you're healing, that it's not just your head, it's also your heart. It's been proved. I think it was in 1990 something, or I think it was 91 or maybe 90. Scientists proved that those cells are not just in your head, but they're also in your heart, and they're called sensory neurites. You might want to, I don't know if you want to look that up, but They're both there in your heart and your brain. So when you're healing, you heal both the brain and the heart. Think about that. Sorry, the short video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, great night, whenever you watch this. Bye. My question of the video is, since we basically have everybody in our group, we have a variety of people from all over the world. I want to know where you are from. You don't have to give me, the specifics. Just let me know what region you're in or something like that, the country. That will, I think it'll help us feel more, it'll help us feel closer to each other. Let me know in the comments where you're from.